I'm going to play a song from this album later.
That's
called
right.
Tug of War. But first, let's talk about this new baby a little bit. Tell me what inspired you to write this new album.
Well, a lot of these songs are personal experiences that I went through over the last 3 years, and I drew from that. And the album was recorded last November, and it took a couple months to get a record deal. We're on a new label, Aquarius.
All right.
And it's been out about, I guess, about 4 weeks, doing very well.
Yeah.
Especially the first track, That Day's Gonna Come.
That, which is we have the video for that too. That we're
That's
gonna play
right.
later. And you have a bunch of guest stars on this album. Like a lot of people work with you on it.
Yes, we had Lee Aaron had offered to help us out after Paula died. And we used her, as well as Kim Mitchell, Molly Johnson from the Infidels, Anthony Vandenberg, Paula DeCero from Ray Lyle's band. Geez, who am I forgetting?
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Jamie Bees from the Look People. It goes on and on. There's a lot of people helped us out. It was a real family type of atmosphere when we put the album together, and it was a lot of fun doing.
Was it hard for you to do another album? There's
Hey, doggy!
coming in.
Hey, doggy!
For a cigar.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
There's a song called "Sleeping in the Doghouse"
Yeah,
again.
there it
Oh,
is.
that's why she's coming in.
Hey, doggy!
Oh. Yeah. Was it hard for you to get back together to do another album after the tragedy, the accident and everything?
Well, I get asked that quite a bit, and I really haven't been able to put my feelings into words. I've thought about it quite a bit, but I think when someone close to you dies, it's just something you can't explain how you feel. You miss the person, you think about them a lot, but it's not like every time everything happens that I have a special thought on it. I think about Paul all the time.
But now it's like sort of a new beginning. You have
That's
a new
right.
guitar player.
Right over here,
Greg
Mr. Greg
Fraser.
Fraser, yeah.
He used to be in Brighton Rock.
Brighton
right?
Rock, that's
All
right, yeah.
So this is cool. You guys are together now, and are you gonna get together to do some shows and stuff like that?
We're starting off in Montreal in a couple of weeks. We're playing at a place called Fuzzies, I believe. And then we have more dates that week. We really start to gear up in September when we go to Western Canada. And it's going to be fun getting out there in front of people's faces and playing the new material on stage.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Well, we can't wait to listen to that song that you guys are gonna play. It's from the album. It's called Tug of War, and it's a special acoustic performance by Helix.
That's right.
On MuchMusic.
This goes out to my in-laws that are here from England.
All right.
Caught up in the crossfire of the things we've said. I'm here so confused in this empty bed. I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. Part of me wants to hold, the other wants to let go. We can't live together, and we can't live apart. Ooh, girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. It's a no-win situation, and it's tearing me apart. Girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. Yeah. I made up my mind, I'm leaving today, but my heart tells me stop, and I just gotta stay. Oh, girl, when it's good, it's so good. When it's not, it's insane. You're an addiction I can't seem to shake. We can't live together, and we can't live apart. Ooh, girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. It's a no-win situation, and it's tearing me apart. Girl, you've got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. Ooh, yeah, you've got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. I don't know about this feeling inside. I don't know if it's wrong or if it's right. All I know to make some changes round here. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, you gotta quit playing this tug of war with my heart. 'Cause you know, girl, it's tearing me apart. Well, we can't live together and we can't live apart. Ooh, girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. It's a no-win situation and it's tearing me apart. Girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. 'Cause we can't live together and we can't live apart. Girl, you got to stop playing this tug of war with my heart. Yeah.
See that dog clap over there?
Doug was clapping his tail. Great song. Each
Thank you.
song on this new album, It's a Business Doing Pleasure, is as a story.
That's
Which
right.
one would you say is the closest to you, that means more to you, or the one, your favorite one, or something?
Gee, my favorite song is Tug of War, the song we actually just did. And it's about a girl I used to go out with, and she kept, what's the word? Anyway, I had a lot of trouble with this girl, right? And finally, one day, I decided to boot her out. And when I got down to New York to write with Mark Ribler, he met me at the airport, and I was all bummed out about what had happened. And he said, "Don't worry," he says, "there's a song in this." And we went back to his apartment, and we wrote this song in about 45 minutes. And that's what that song's
And
about.
it all came out and it healed.
That's right, but I think anybody can relate to the song because everybody's been in one of those relationships at some point in their life where after it's all over and done with, they go, "Why was I going out with that person?" But at the time when you're inside that relationship, you just can't seem to tear yourself away, even though you know it's the worst thing for you. So
Yeah, it's true, huh?
Take it from a man with experience.
that's right.
Well, is there a lot of songs that you feel that are about love in there?
There's
or
quite a few relationship types
Love
of
the
songs
Crazy
on this
Games,
album.
That's the Feeling?
Man Mad World is a song I wrote about New York. I have a routine in the morning where I get up and I go and I get a newspaper and I have 2 cups of coffee and my muffin in the morning. I read the paper from front to back. And so that's what that song's about.
A day in the life of Brian Vollmer.
A day in the life of Brian Vollmer, that's right. That Day Is Gonna Come was actually...
That's the first single, too.
That's the first single. And a long time ago, Paul, the guitarist that was killed in the accident, we were down in Desiderio, a club in Tonawanda, New York. And we were down in the dressing room, and we were looking at the wall, and the thing that struck us as strange was that all these posters on the wall had these bands that were a couple years old, but all the clothes looked out of date. Because musicians tend to wear clothing, I think, that never quite reaches the mainstream of society, and then it's gone. So a couple years afterwards, it kind of looks funny, you know.
Except Jimi Hendrix.
Except
I
Jimi
find
Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix is still up to date.
That's right.
Amazing. Anyway.
Well, it's kind of come full circle. But anyway, we started talking about these posters, and Paul says, whatever happens to these guys? Like, do they get straight jobs, or do they end up in other bands that become famous, or do they pack it in, or where do they go? So we thought that was an interesting concept for a song about how rock and roll, a lot of people get into it thinking there's going to be, cars and pretty girls, and for a few...
Nothing wrong with that.
A few there is, but for a large majority of people out there, you got to really slug it out for a lot of years to be a success, and it doesn't all come at once. So that's what that song's about.
And that's the first video as well. And tell me about this video we're going to see in a few minutes.
This is a compilation of all my home Super 8 movies. Now, I took these films from the late 70s on, and not only do they show a progression for Helix as a band, but they're interesting from the aspect that they actually show how rock and roll has evolved in this country over the last 15, 16 years. Because there's a lot of clubs in these clips that don't even exist anymore. The Mustache in Montreal is actually the headquarters for a record company right now. but there's also the Beverly Crest out in Edmonton. I believe there's the Lafayette that used to be in Moncton, New Brunswick. What other clubs are in here? The A4 in Saskatoon. The Windsor and Red Deer, that's right.
All you rock and roll bands have experienced Red Deer at the Windsor, you know what we're talking about. It's a fine establishment, by the way.
Some people are going to recognize themselves too in the video, I guess.
That's right. There's a few friends in these videos, and there's a lot of footage of Paul in there. And it shows how Helix progressed from the late 70s up to this point nearly. Shows us a little bit over in Europe, in Spain, Finland. There's actually a lot of shots when it gets to the lead section of when we played the old Marquee in London, England, which doesn't exist anymore either. So it's interesting from those aspects.
It's great. Well, we were looking through all the platinum and gold albums here in the environment, and we found this one. Right, I just want to show this. Right in the back here, from 1984. From Walking the Razor's Edge, Helix, and that's when MuchMusic started. So that's one of the first.
That was the first.
The first platinum album that MuchMusic received, 1984, and that's from you guys. Well, we hope that this album, it's a business doing pleasure. I was going to say it's a pleasure doing business. It's a business doing pleasure. We'll do the same and more.
We
Wish
do
you
too.
all the best. We're going to see the first video. That day is going to come, and all the best. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you. Thanks
Today.
for having
It
us.
was nice. Thanks for playing for us. Oh, that's the French thing.
Oh, right on. I like the French.
We like the French thing.